A Vancouver man wants to open up his own store, not to sell groceries or clothing, but hard drugs. He's well aware it's a risky move, but hopes his shop will reduce the number of people dying of overdoses.
Jerry Martin is a former drug addict. Now sober, he wants to open up his own brick and mortar shop to sell hard drugs, including heroin, cocaine, and meth.
It takes the extreme to get things done sometimes.
He recently lost his brother due to overdose and says there's a need to provide a safe supply.
You know, a lot of these people, in fact, all of them, they have to take a risk every day where they go get their drugs. They're either going to get something that isn't clean or safe, or they can put themselves in a dangerous situation. There's a lot of predators out there that'll get girls to do things for their drugs, whether they got the money or not, or they'll put them in a situation. And I don't think it's very comfortable for anyone. So they can come in there and not have to worry about that.
Well, there's someone trying to start a new business. Hey, it's capitalism, bro. There's a Vancouver man who opened his own drug selling store right in front of everyone because he was trying to make sure that people get the right drugs clean and safe because, you know, he's had his past with it. But by the way, police already shut him down 24 hours after he opened up that store for drug trafficking. Vice News caught up with him. His name is Jerry Martin, and here he is outside of that store. Sorry, I don't want to laugh at this, but he was serious, which, you know what, I gotta give him props. This is what his sign's saying, in case you guys can't see it. Adults only, 18 plus, ID is required. It's very safe and very double checked location here. Possession limit, 2.5 grams per drug, per purchase, per person. No exceptions, Dara. By the way, if you guys couldn't see that other sign on the ground next to him, you guys can get different leveling prices for cocaine, crack cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and I believe at the bottom it got cut off as MDMA. Bro, you can get all your stuff that you need, move on, have no worry about the way these street drugs just may be laced, may not be what you're looking for, or could be laced with you know, what everyone's talking about here, all that fentanyl. Dara, what are your thoughts here? I mean, is it something that maybe can catch on?
I mean, I admire his entrepreneurship. He's got, you know, he's driven and self-motivated.
Yeah.
I do question where he's getting the drugs from. In the first, I mean, I admire that he's testing them to make sure they're safe, but then I want to know how he's testing them. And like, there's a lot of questions there that I kind of want the answer to.
You know, I'm so disappointed in myself about. I didn't think about where he's getting the drugs from at all. I didn't think about it for a second.
That was the first thing I thought. Where are you getting them from, though? That and who and how he's because if someone gave me all those drugs and they were like, hey, can you test them to make sure they're pure? I would be like, no, I have no idea where to begin with that. How does he know where to begin? He doesn't strike me as someone who's got like lab connections other than meth lab connections. So there's a lot here.
You have to have a lot of drugs in there in order to be sell at those sizes and maybe make it available to the entire community. Or this is the reasons why he was all a part about this. He's looking to draw some attention to the problem. So let's jump down to graphic 3. This is part of what he did as well, because I think this is why he went to get busted. The store, which was parked next to a police van. It was parked next to a police van. It had bright yellow sandwich boards, as we already saw, featuring those price lists. And Martin, he wore a stab-proof vest as he sold those drugs from behind a plexiglass window inside the shop, and said he wanted to stay close to street prices as well. Now listen, I don't know if you've ever opened a business before, Dara, but I've heard about it. I haven't myself. There's overhead prices. You want costs, location, plexiglass, the stab proof. There's some money coming into this guy's hands.
The most shocking part of the story is that it didn't come out of Florida and is coming from Canada. That I didn't expect that. So
Vancouver.
Specifically Vancouver.
It might be.
I did not expect. I'm sorry.
Cute cat though.
Yeah, she wouldn't get off me. Yeah, and the overhead on this, I'm sure. Who's funding it?
I hope they'd find all this out. Maybe he used to work for the police. Who knows? But again, he's recovering, and he also tragically lost his brother to the same addiction. So he's looking to make things a little bit better. By the way, I don't knock his approach, the point he's trying to make. Which again, that point was he told Vice News that he planned to get arrested, and he's going to use this arrest to make a constitutional challenge to the outlawing of drugs. They've already decriminalized certain levels of it, but you might be surprised to hear, although they decriminalized many of these, you still can't just sell it.